Hold up, we need to talk about something that's got me absolutely fired up. Buckingham Palace just announced the passing of Catherine, Duchess of Kent, and instead of celebrating an incredible woman's life, guess what everyone's obsessing over? That's right, will Harry and Meghan crash the funeral? I'm not kidding. A woman dies, and the first question isn't how can we honor her legacy? It's will the Sussexes show up with cameras rolling? This is exactly the kind of circus that would make Catherine roll over in her grave, and I'm about to tell you why. Let me paint you a picture of who Catherine really was, because this story will blow your mind. This woman, actual royalty, mind you, chose to go by Mrs. Kent when she taught music in schools. Not Your Royal Highness, not Duchess, just Mrs. Kent. Can you imagine? Kids had no clue they were getting piano lessons from someone who could have demanded red carpets wherever she went. She spent decades working with children in some of the toughest neighborhoods, never once pulling the "don't you know who I am" card. That's what real service looks like, people. Quiet, humble, genuine impact. Now contrast that with, well, you know who. The couple that claims they want privacy but somehow always ends up in the headlines. When Catherine wanted to make a difference, she rolled up her sleeves and got to work. When others want to make a difference, they call their PR team. So here's where it gets messy. The Duke of Kent, Catherine's husband, is 88 years old, grieving the love of his life, and probably praying that this funeral stays private and dignified. But you know what's happening behind the scenes? Speculation central. Will Harry fly in? Will Meghan suddenly decide Britain isn't too dangerous after all? Will they bring Netflix cameras disguised as mourners? Here's the kicker, this is a private Catholic funeral for distant relatives. We're talking intimate, family only, exactly how Catherine would have wanted it. No red carpets, no photo ops, no opportunities for anyone to turn grief into content. But here's what really gets me. Harry apparently sent private condolences, except his spokesman made sure to announce it publicly. Nothing says sincere and private like issuing a press release about how private you're being, right? Compare that to William and Catherine's message. They actually named family members, shared specific memories, honored her legacy like people who genuinely cared. Harry's response read like it was written by a lawyer, all the warmth of a parking ticket. And don't even get me started on the inevitable leaked stories. Give it a week, and I guarantee you'll see headlines about some secret bond between Meghan and the Duchess of Kent. How Catherine's profound advice changed Meghan's life, based on them maybe shaking hands once at a garden party. This isn't just about one funeral, though. It's about a pattern. Every royal birth, death, wedding, or jubilee somehow becomes a backdrop for the Sussex drama. They've turned the royal family into their personal reality show, and Catherine's death is just the latest episode. The woman chose a life of quiet service. She helped kids who needed it most, never asked for recognition, and stayed humble until the very end. She deserves better than having her funeral overshadowed by two people who treat every family tragedy like a branding opportunity. Look, I get it. Family drama sells. Royal gossip gets clicks. But this isn't about entertainment, it's about respect.